Let's talk about Button Moon. Yeah, I'm that old. You're just gonna have to deal with it. The show actually ran before my time. Promise. But for some reason, my parents decided this was a great show to buy on VHS. Yes, VHS. And keep them so that when I was old enough, they could make my eyes bleed. In fairness, my ears didn't bleed. The theme tune to this programme is absolute fire.
After Button Moon, we followed Mr. Spoon Button Moon.
Production quality, not so much. First off, let's talk about how Mr. Spoon, the main character of this nightmare, moves around. It's unsettling as fuck. He just stumbles around like he's out of his tree on some kind of meth and heroin combo. I've literally seen smackheads chasing a dragon in a more synchronised way than this guy. It's like you just dropped a bag of Molly and heard bass cannon for the first time. He's just stumbling around trying to do things when none of his body parts work in unison. It's just so odd. But that's the tamest part of this whole thing. I hated the setting of Button Moon. The all-encompassing black backdrop is daunting to look at as a child. It just emits this aura of emptiness continually. It rips the life out of most scenes and just leaves you with this feeling of hopelessness. You end up feeling really, really alone when you're watching Button Moon, which, coupled with the contrast of the warm narration that's thrown over the top throughout, it just doesn't sit right. Whilst the narration itself has this warm tone, there's something just off about the narrator too. He sounds friendly, warm and inviting, but he explains everything that the main characters of Button Moon are seeing, thinking, feeling, and even saying without them having the ability to speak themselves.
Mr. Spoon and Tina are going on a journey to Button Moon. Mrs. Spoon doesn't want to go.
It's like he's playing God and they're imprisoned and just being forced into whatever narrative he decides that day. Like a child with a toy house full of dolls, but these ones are just made of spoons. Black Mirror, eat your heart out here. But all of this is overshadowed by one lady that puts the fuel into this nightmare-fueled rocket ship. Queenie fucking Jelly. Honestly, no. I'm only carrying on now through sheer determination and professionalism because this clusterfuck still makes me want to bleach my eyeballs by just looking at this thing. Let her marinate in your memory whilst you hit the subscribe button because I don't even know where to start. There's just so much to dissect. She looks like a period lollipop. She's wearing this skirt that seems to be made out of curtains from a fish and chip shop that failed its hygiene rating. Look at the state of that. Her mouth and eyes look like a fucking pug that's had a stroke with its tongue just stuck hanging out his face, even though that's meant to be her mouth. It looks like someone's pushed their bellend through a piece of steak. Her voice somehow tries to impersonate Queen Elizabeth. She literally sleeps with her eyes open. I just honestly cannot fathom why this exists. There's an episode where Mr. Spoon's wandering around on a table full of cakes and he somehow just ends up on her head. She just fucking wobbles about with her gormless look on her face and gurning like she's double dropped for the first time. It's just all kinds of wrong for a TV show. But this TV show is just absolutely full of this shit. I guess she's not even the worst bit. The worst bit is when they look through the telescope and the whole show just changes styles and they tell some kind of story. But it's was horrific and the puppets looked like they were spawned from the deepest, darkest depths of hell, or the BBC basement as it was known back then. If you really want to see what I mean, search for an episode called Cinders and the Magic Beans. It's here on YouTube and, well, here's some clips while I play this video out. I can tell you now that Cinders is clearly possessed, and the way she talks without her mouth even moving makes it so much worse somehow. Her friends all look like the spawn of Satan too, and it's just, nah. So there you go, Button Moon. Button Moon used to torment me, and it was still absolutely fucked having to watch some of the episodes to make this video. I just don't like it at all. But that theme tune still fucking bangs, doesn't it? What do you lot reckon though? Is it creepy as fuck, or am I just being a little tin can of a man for no reason? Let me know in the comments as ever. I've been Stuart with Unleash the Ghouls, and until next time, good night and sweet nightmare-fueled dreams.